All right, we good? All right, so as far as injuries go, Jody Fortson, L'Jarius Sneed, and his is better. It's getting there. We're just the inflammation we're working with. And then KT. So everybody else practiced. It was good to get some of the guys who were banged up a little bit out there. And Turk continues to progress with reps. Did a little 9-on-7 and so on team. So it's good to get him in there. Anyways, the guys are competing. It was good to get them back. They had a day off yesterday. Good to get them back in there and working. They're challenging each other, which is a plus. So that time's yours.
Andy, you talked about Snead a minute ago. Did he have a setback or
Yeah, it swells. So we're trying to keep the swelling down on that. And the better we do that, the better off he's going to be for the season.
Andy, was a minute of suspension what you expected?
You're never sure about those. How many games they're going to get. I mean, so you got the 6, and that's where we're at. But we'll work. We knew it was going to be something, so they went that direction. We'll work through it, and the other guys will step up and go.
What's your message generally about him? How do you feel just about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's done. So he's just got to keep pushing through and make sure he doesn't slack off on the football part and then take care of business off the field. Oh, yeah. So they're handling it well. We'll just see how it all works out during the preseason. Who steps up, who doesn't, and we'll just go from there. But I think we have enough bodies there to take care of it.
You were kind of answering that. Your message to him, I mean, he's got real time to work with you guys now. This is an important time for him to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So that's what he's doing. That's the frame of mind he's in.
Andy, I know it's game week. Have you put any thought yet into what you're going to try to do for the preseason game in terms of mixing and matching with everybody?
I haven't, no. We're going through that, though, this week and making sure we get all that taken care of. But normally, if you have 4 quarterbacks, normally they get a quarter apiece. So that's normally what you do, and then fit the other guys in there. But I'll give you all that down the road here as we get it set.
Andy, Felix is going to be one of the guys who helps replace Amenahue. What have you seen any progress from him as camp is going on?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's had good work. It looks like he's cutting it loose more. So that normally means that he's picking it up a little bit better. And you're seeing him play faster. He's worked in there with the ones, a little bit. So that's also good for him to feel that.
Coach, how has Isiah Pacheco progressed when it comes to health, and when do you anticipate maybe him getting the red jersey?
Yeah, so he's done very well. I mean, we're just doing everything we can to hold back on him. I mean, he's got to, he's just got to tell him to go slow is a hard thing. So he's got to have patience, and he doesn't have a lot of that. But he's doing great. He's doing great. We just have to see, as it goes on here with the contact part. So, but he's getting good work in without that.
I guess the dog days of camp. You've been here a long time. You haven't played a game yet. Luckily, it's not 100 degrees today. With your young guys especially, how have you seen them kind of get through an off day and come back and work on things?
Yeah, the weather helps learning as you go. The guys can focus a little bit more on that. I think they've done a good job with it. Retention after day off have been good, so they're in their books looking at things. We're not just calling one install. We're using all the installs, and they seem to be able to hang with that. So on both sides of the ball, so it's been good that way. Yeah.
How overall are you pleased with the progression going into this first preseason game with just the team overall?
I like the way they're challenging themselves. That's a part you never know coming in how that's going to be. But I mean, you guys are here. You see it, so you hear it and see it. They're getting after each other, but doing it the right way. But still, it's competitive out here, and that's a good thing.
Coach, I know you're going to coach the guys who are here, but is there an amount of time that a guy like Chris needs in order to be ready for the season, to get up to football speed, be comfortable with it, and you have a comfort level of when he will be here?
Yeah, I don't know when he'll be here, but I tell you, any work that he can get will help him, yes. It's a pretty fast game.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
good. Thanks.
Coach says you still have a yellow jersey on. Coach says it's hard to make you go slow and to calm down and not want to do too much.
All brakes, no gas.
What has the challenge been like for you to kind of do that? You know, because you made this team last year, all brakes, no gas.
You know, just finding finding the intensity to practice every day, and that's coming out with the energy, and you know, having that energy, just being able to compete. And when you love to compete, you know, you're gonna have a lot of energy showing out there.
When do you want to let it loose? I mean, I know you want to probably be out there in contact today, right? But
Yes, sir. But whenever they allow me to go, I'm ready to go. It's whenever they tell me I'm ready to go, and like I said, I'm just keep working, finding those ways to get better.
You see on the side, standing and having to watch a lot. How frustrating is that for a guy like you?
It's very frustrating, but you know, when you're on the side and you're getting those mental reps, you're just detailing and getting those reps in the back of the and just, you know, asking coach, what's this play, doing those mental reps in the back, it allows me to stay on top of my task.
Anybody giving you a hard time for having to wear that yellow jersey?
Some of the players, you know what I'm saying, oh, the late yellow jersey, but like I said, you know what I'm saying, I just come out here to work, and they know they're going to get a lot of energy out of me, so it's either I'm in the yellow jersey or the red jersey, you're still going to get energy.
As you eye 2023, what do you want to improve in your own game?
That's finding the little things and pinpointing those to get better at. And that's as far as understanding the blocking schemes a lot better than last year, just running, beating myself, being the O-line to the hole, understanding the scheme, slowing down, tempo, allowing myself to see the hole.
Compared to last season, how do you feel the progression of this unit is going into the first preseason game as opposed to last year?
I'll say there's been a lot of competition out here for me, you know, getting a perspective on it in the film, just taking notes. I say there's competition all the time, so then when you got competition, you got a lot of guys competing for spots, and then, you know, it's only going to show in the field when game day comes how hard we've been working.
Isiah, you've been through this before, obviously last year. Which of the rookies have jumped out to you that you sort of see that they're progressing in the right way?
I say all of them. That's what I looked at last year with my class. All of us stood out, and for example, you got some of those younger guys asking me, how was this, how was that, where do I take care of my body? You know, just asking questions, and for me, I was doing the same as well. So I don't have a problem with sharing that information with that younger player to allow them to be the best they can be.
Isiah, you're confident that you're going to get enough practices in to feel up to speed by game?
Oh yes, sir. We're already getting practices in day by day. I'm getting whatever I can get out of it, and that's just work. Ain't taking no days off.
Is there a certain sort of day you're targeting to be able to be fully clear to be out of here?
No certain day. I'm just waiting for that game day. Whenever coach allowed me to, you know what I'm saying, strap it up. I'm already strapped up right now. I'm ready to go.
What are they testing on you to say if you're ready to go? I mean, what is it? Is it an actual physical thing, or
I'm just waiting for him to say. I'm just waiting for him to say you ready to go. And for me as a player, I'm always ready. So I don't know when that's gonna be.
Last year was you don't get stuff behind you, special losses. Where does that come from? Is that a physical thing for you? Is it a mental thing? Is it a little bit of both? What's your approach as far as just not getting stuff?
My approach to as far as not getting stuff, that's allowing myself to understand and trust the blocking scheme and understand how it's going to get blocked up. For me, just writing notes in a classroom of how the blocking scheme is going to get blocked up, because, like I said, you got the guys that can slip off, and that's the play. We need all 11 guys to make the play. So for me, understanding the scheme to the pinpoint will allow me to find a way to get positive yards.
We see you dancing on the side with Clyde and Jet, man. Last year, that wasn't the case, right? You were a rookie. How much has the game slowed down for you?
It slowed down a lot. I'll say I trust myself and I trust the scheme, the quarterback, and the coaches. For me, it's just, like I said before, finding the little things that I got to get better at. And like I said, I got high standards, and I'm unsatisfied.
Are you working on a new dance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the trial period like? Test it out. Do you go to the guys say, hey, this works or that works? What's that like?
When I get in that end zone, y'all gonna see it.
Who's the better dancer out of the three?
I'm from Jersey, so you know we known for dancing. Yeah, I know we known for dancing in Jersey.
Last one. Sorry, just a little off topic. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I had a smoothie, good little smoothie. I don't get too crazy on the carbs or nothing, but like I had a smoothie, keep me in shape. I had some greens, I had some oats, and I can't tell y'all the rest of emergency, all that good rice stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get me hydrated for practice, electrons, electrolytes, yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
thank you. Appreciate it.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, sorry.
Trent, please. One-on-one with Sky.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Just getting back and forth with these receivers. Specific to Sky, like, how have you seen him improve just going up against him? How has he made you better as well?
Yeah, man, Sky's my dog. That's definitely someone who, compared to last year, I feel like has improved a ton. I mean, you talk about his quickness, his speed off the line, his routes, and just his hands. His overall just how he's become a better receiver in this league is something that I looked at that has helped me a ton. We talk about a few guys that I go against every day, and he's one of them because he's one who's going to show me the best looks, give me the best routes, and I love competing against him every day. So it's been a lot of fun coming out here and going against Sky.
You lined up a lot inside this camp.
Yeah.
How comfortable are you feeling at the nickel right now?
Yeah, I mean, this offseason I spent a lot of time at just trying to learn the position a little more. I didn't play it a lot in college. You know, I've always been someone who said, don't mean anywhere I can play it, but nickel was something that I definitely had to learn. And coming into camp this year, it's been tough, but I feel like I've learned a ton. And just the communication, having Nick Bowen on the inside talk to me a ton, having corners out there, Jay Watt, Josh know what they're doing, and then a back end. I mean, my safeties, even Mike who came in and is learning the new playbook has been tremendous. So being able to just go in there and help out, especially with Snead, who's not in all the time, still working on himself, is going to be helpful.
How much has L'Jarius helped out with learning that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like last year, especially coming back and then jumping straight inside over the course of the end of last season, he's been someone I can really just truly just look up to and just ask all the questions. I mean, he's been here 3 years, has done it inside, outside, and just picking his brain and just what he sees, how he does the certain things, why he lines up that way has been, for me, like teacher to student type of thing.
What do you guys miss without him out here?
I feel like it's just anytime you're missing someone who's a key factor in the defense, someone who's starting, someone who you look up to, kind of like Snead. I want to say something's missing, but it's just like, man, I wish he was out here. You know, you can kind of feel more of a game-like rep. You can kind of see where his head's at. You can kind of get a feeling of where he's going to be, what he's looking at. So some of those things you kind of miss, but I mean, he's there doing walkthroughs. He's there all the time. So we're just excited for him to get back out there.
Trent, some of those red zone windows, you guys really make the offense straight.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think is contributing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year, Spags done a great job at just honing in on red zone. I know last year we didn't do as great as we wanted to do, but this year's been a big emphasis is going out here in red zone, third down, and just being able to be the best team in there. So just constantly, every day, doing some, a little more, just based off of red zone, I feel like it is truly helping us. And it all goes back to repetition and just make sure we trust one another out there, and I feel like we're really getting a lot better.
Trent, what's the matchup against his wide receiver? It seems to us that this is a lot different from each other.
I feel like Patrick has a lot of weapons, and I'm really excited for them to go out there against somebody else other than our defense and kind of put on a show because each one of them has a unique skill set. I mean, you got MVS, who's a burner. You got Sky, who can do the dirty work. I mean, you got guys like Rasheed Rice, who comes out here, Jay Watt. I mean, a bunch of dudes who can catch the ball really well, run really good routes, and Patrick Mahomes. With him back there, you're pretty set as a receiver, and these guys have done a good job at just taking it all in and going out there and attacking each day, so I feel like they're going to have a great year.
Trent, year two for you, just overall, your thoughts on taking last season and this season, what's kind of the compare and contrast, if you will, of this team going into this first preseason game as opposed to last season?
Yeah, I mean, as far as just team overall, I feel like we've come really close to one another. I mean, last year you look at it, there was 8 rookies starting. It's a new team. We had a lot of guys that came in. I mean, Reid didn't know the defense. You had a bunch of receivers who came in. So, like, this team was really pretty new and pretty new at just relationships building and just who we are as people. And over the course of a whole year, I mean, we made all of the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl, came back for OTAs, and it felt like nothing fell. It felt like the Super Bowl team came into the OTAs and started off really strong. And coming into training camp, it felt like just nothing has gone missing. Everybody's been building and building and building, and I feel like last year we were on a different level. You know, we were a little bit farther down, still trying to learn, trying to work it out, and this year everybody came in here confident and kind of just excited to go out there and play, and that's something that you get to feed off of each and every day.
Non-Chiefs question. You went to Washington. You're a California guy.
Yeah.
Washington's moving to the Big Ten. It looks like the Pac-12 is going to maybe be dead.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that as somebody who grew up out there in that league?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I can't even picture. I grew up Southern California, so SC, UCLA, and now that they're all the way in the Big Ten and knowing that I don't doubt it. Nobody's going to be traveling from California all the way to the Big Ten in December. Like, nobody wants to do that. So it's going to be weird. I mean, for UW, I mean, I'm excited for them. You know, it's a new opportunity, but it's crazy. Man, I'm still trying to catch up on why everything happened, but it should be interesting. It should be interesting.
Would there be any team, if you were there when they were moving to the Big Ten, is there any Big Ten team you would have liked to have played or went against?
Big Ten. Ohio State's in Big Ten? Ohio State, for sure.
Kind of following up on that, though, like, there's a lot of recruits that are very disappointed that they went to like a school in, say, California or West Coast, so they don't want to feel like traveling. Put yourself in those shoes. Would you have wanted, if you knew that was going to happen, would you have wanted to play at a place like that you knew you had to go to Rutgers and Iowa all the time?
I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, man, I mean, you look at this in the NFL. We travel all over. I mean, being someone who's like, oh, I want to go to a Cali school and just stay in Cali and play Cali teams, like, that's not realistic at all. And especially when you go to a big-time program, I mean, you're going to be traveling, and it's just a part of the way it is. So for guys who are looking to go somewhere and not want to travel across the country, I mean, you're looking at it all wrong.
What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
This morning, I had oatmeal and a protein shake.
What did you have in the protein shake?
Oh, man, what do I have? I have some glutamine, peanut butter, banana, some collagen, and this vanilla protein I use. Good? Yeah, appreciate y'all.
How we doing?
I mean, all pro season last year. What are you trying to improve upon to get even better this season?
You know, I thought it was a really solid year all across the board. So it's not really about trying to do anything different. It's just about, you know, trying to do the same things that I did and replicate it. But you know, every season's different. So you know, just gonna take what comes at me and yeah, just do everything I can to, you know, have another good season. So yeah.
Is there anything in specific you worked on or something that you're trying to fine tune or anything?
Not really. I mean, it's just trying to work on like the same things that I did last year, which were, you know, just trying to like hold on to the ball a little bit longer. Because like I'd mentioned before, and like everyone knows, you know, Kansas City's one of the windiest places to play. So yeah, just trying to like hold on to the ball as long as I can, and yeah, just really pull my legs straight through. But you know, a big thing, you know, try and work on a bunch of different kicks, and you know, try and be a wizard with the football, just, you know, Harry Potter with the football. So so yeah.
From your and James' perspectives, how much are you trying to make sure Harrison gets a chance to be a Pro Bowler or something that one of the few things he hasn't had in his career as a Pro Bowler, Pro obviously everybody knows about the guy in Baltimore, but how much do you two guys talk about giving Harrison that opportunity, that honor, I should say?
Yeah, I mean, like as a unit, it's a collective goal for, you know, to do everything we can to make each other as successful as possible. And you know, that's something that we focus on every single day. Is we always try and you know, a certain amount of time for everybody. If you know, if Harrison's kicking, we put like a lot more focus towards him and the short snaps and the field goal operation and all that. And so yeah, so it's just like it's a whole like collective thing, you know, just making sure that, you know, we're doing everything we can to make everyone as, you know, the best possible player that we can be. So yeah.
What ways does Coach Joe find ways to challenge him each practice?
I mean, he's always putting pressure on me. He's always putting a lot of pressure on me. So that's one thing that he always takes pride in, is, you know, making practice harder than the game. So, and I think he does a really good job of that, because I do get a little nervous out here, especially the first couple practices back. You know, it's really nervy, and you know, getting everything going, just the speed of it, and you know, just how he has our practices set up. So it really gets you prepped and ready for the season. Yeah. As far as like my holding, like with Harrison, not really. I mean, everything's just about the same. You know, it's most of what you know, Harrison like has to fix is all like technical things to like relearn how to kick with that injury. just because kicking's just such like a technical thing. Like if something's just a little bit off, you got to find ways to improve and fix it. So we try and accommodate him as much as possible as far as like different like leans with the holds. Yeah.
Tommy, going back to something you said earlier, how does Toe make practice more difficult maybe than the games? Do you feel like he does that?
He just puts a lot of pressure on you to be perfect during practice, and that's not always going to happen. Everyone has their good days and bad days, but he puts a lot of pressure on us to be perfect, and yeah, just whether it's me being sometimes I feel more pressure when I go out there and I'm doing punt return, and I'm punting to the returners just because like I have to fire good kicks down there to the returners so they can have like a good a good punt return period. And if I go out there and I have bad punts, then I kind of f up the I kind of f up the punt return period. So that's a really big pressure situation, and I like to challenge myself every now and again and go out and hit the punt return just because I have to have good kicks during that set, especially.
Tommy, you decided to change in representation. You have Drew that represents you now. He's known to represent some big name clients. What does it mean for you to be represented by him?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I've thought about the past couple weeks, and but at the moment I'm just I'm just looking forward to this season and just going out and put together another really good season. But I'm excited about working with Drew, and obviously he's great at representing players. So at the end of the day, I'm just looking forward to getting back out on the field and having another good season, see what happens. So.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
This morning, I usually always have the same thing. I'll go and get like a little yogurt parfait, granola, some fruit, with some honey, and then I'll do some eggs and sometimes bacon, maybe some sausage. But yeah, I cheated a little bit today, threw some pancakes in there. But yeah, that's I don't know. I try and change it up a little bit during camp, especially everything's so repetitive. So yeah, just try and change it up.
Last week, you were totally good from that, totally moved on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like it's just kind of been like a little day-to-day thing. It's been improving really quickly, which is good. But yeah, just got twisted up a little bit last week. But like I said, it's been feeling really good. And yeah, I've been working with Glove in the training room, and it's been progressing really well. So I don't really expect it to be lingering or anything like that. So yeah, feeling good.
Tommy, with the change in representation, have you had any conversations yet about the Chiefs about an extension thing in Kansas City? And what do you hope to have?
I mean, that's definitely something I'm interested. I would love to stay in Kansas City, as long as I can. So I mean, we'll see. But I mean, like I was saying, like at the end of the day, I mean, I have to play well, so that's my focus at the moment, and that's part of the reason why I hired Drew, so he can handle everything off the field and just allow me to focus on football 100% and do the best that I can. So yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.